Welcome to Schiff Happens. I'm Denise Schiff. We had yet another heartbreaking mass shooting of children, this time at a church and school in Minneapolis. The shooter was a mortgage lender. The deranged man's manifesto checks all the boxes of a deeply troubled, angry, psychotic person who's crossed the line of no return. Targeting kids is as evil as it gets. While 2 precious young lives were lost, 15 more plus 3 adults were shot. They're all expected to recover, but is the mainstream media focused on the horrific tragedy of these children being targeted and killed, or the fact that another sick, psychotic person was able to get a hold of a gun? No. They're more concerned with the shooter not being misgendered or not shown enough compassion. This was the mayor of Minneapolis on CNN.
When you talk about compassion, I don't want to tiptoe around the edge of this, but, you know, the shooter's name was in question, the gender of the shooter. No one's really sure what's going on there. 5 years ago it was Robert, then a name changed to Robin. Okay. This is being seized in all corners, as you can imagine, in all sorts of ways. And you know that, Mayor, and perhaps that's why when you spoke about this so profoundly and powerfully as you are even here now, but when you spoke about this today publicly, you voiced concern for the transgender community, for the community overall. And obviously, you chose to do that in that moment because you thought it was important. And I wanted to give you a chance to say why you felt it was important to do that in that moment.
Obviously, I've heard about the rhetoric and the narrative that is being pushed out, but here's the thing. Anybody that is going to use this as an opportunity to villainize our trans community or any community has lost touch with a common humanity. We got to be operating not out of hate for any group, but out of a love for our children. That's where the focus needs to be right now. A love for our kids, seeing these kids not just as somebody else's kids, this horrific thing happened, but what if it was our own? How would we feel then? So, look, we need to be standing up for every community out there, our Catholic community too, by the way. I mean, any community that suffers this kind of blow, our Minneapolis community, you got to stand up for them. But, you know, I feel oftentimes in these instances, there's this desire to villainize a group. You want to call this an act of cowardice? Do it, because it is. But regardless of what group or background, gender, you know, the bottom line is that kids got killed. Let's love each other more. Let's love each other more, because the antidote to hate is not more hate. Hurt people, and the antidote to hate is a whole lot more love. That's where we all need to be going right now.
Well, Mayor Frey, I'm grateful to you for taking the time and sharing that. And thank you. Thank you for being with me and for talking to everyone under such horrible circumstances.
Thank you.